Hey guys. So there are American sympathizers with the government occupying the embassy and anti-government protesters demanding they get out and return the embassy to the opposition. So this is in conjunction of what's going on in Venezuela today. Heavy police presence. It's going all right. It's a little warm. I should take off my coat. Probably more media here than there are people. So the people in the street are Venezuelans opposed to the current government. The people guarding the embassy are mostly American left-wing radicals who sort of taken control of the place earlier. They took possession of the embassy last week. The American left-wingers took possession of the embassy, and then the people who hate, what's his name? I'm doing all right. How you doing? These are a lot of students in here. Secret Service. Secret Service is in charge of embassy security. Maduro's people are inside the embassy. What's the other guy's name? They're outside the embassy. Yeah, this has been going on for a while. It's two protests going on. On one side of the fence are the people that don't like the United States and they don't like our government. And on the other side of the fence are the people that don't like the government. And the left-winger... Oh, some guy has a PA thing. Let's get back in the shade. So the Venezuelan government abandoned the embassy when the U.S. abandoned their embassy. So the building was empty. So a lot of left-wing Americans who opposed Trump and opposed the American, they took control of the embassy and put up these big signs. And then the students who oppose the Venezuelan government are out here in the street trying to take back the embassy for the people of Venezuela. And in the middle are the police. Really kind of confused. They don't know what to do. Because if the United States recognizes the opposition leader, they should turn over the embassy to the opposition people. Well, this gives all the media something to cover in Washington. So you see, the people over here, they're like Americans. See, these are a bunch of left-wingers. So these are a bunch of left-wing folks. A bunch of old American hippies. And out here are the people, the students, they're telling them to leave. So these left-wingers are here, and the people are out here. The police are in the middle. The other embassies, they're kind of far away. There's not many embassies. people want to take their embassy back. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm just taking pictures. But I do call hippies hippies. A lot of police. Even DC cops are here too. So that's the Venezuelan embassy. We're in the student section. The students don't like the people who seize the embassy. The people that seize the embassy don't like the U.S. So they're arguing.
Find a job. Find something better to you. Where is Venezuela located? Do you even know?
It's not a bias. A hippie's a hippie. Whether they stop the war or not, it's still a hippie.
Do you know where Venezuela is located?
See, these are the citizens, Venezuelans, pleading with the left-wingers to leave. Well, nobody's filed a complaint against the squatters because the embassy was kind of owned by the government, and now it's kind of like this no man thing. It could. So the protesters who have the embassy just said the coup has been defeated, go home. The citizens of Venezuela are ticked off. And so they're starting to push and shove. I'm waiting for a bottle to fly. Chanting Maduro's themes.
I better not see you out there.
These are the left-wing supporters of those who've occupied it. The police are kind of keeping them too. Yeah, it's a really quirky one. So, nobody owns the building. Well, if the U.S. recognizes the opposition government, then the building belongs to them. But apparently they haven't gone to that step because then we'd lose our embassy there. And we still have an embassy, a small token staff there. The government is the owner, but who's the government? Yeah? So as long as the U.S. has it, because the U.S. doesn't recognize Maduro, yeah? So Maduro's people shouldn't be the owner of this embassy. But the U.S. has an embassy in Venezuela. So if the U.S. is to kick them out of this embassy, guess what's going to happen in Venezuela? I mean, immediately. It'd be dangerous. So most of the Venezuelan people left. They went home, and the building was empty. So, yeah, technically they could kick them out, but then there's practical considerations. But I guarantee if all the U.S. diplomats were out of Venezuela, then... So those people on the other side of the fence, they seized the embassy about a week ago. They put up these big banners and stuff. They took control of it. And these people in the streets are the anti-government. Well, the embassy was empty. They want the embassy to go to the supporters of the opposition, but I don't know if any of them are here to actually take control of it. So now the embassy staff, they kind of support the people who took it over. No, there's no one really working there. It's kind of empty. That we know of. Let's see, the Venezuelans, these are all Venezuelans out here. That's just sort of a collection of left-wingers and whatnot. There are not a lot of Venezuelans inside the embassy. It's mostly American left-wingers. The embassy is... Lots around. Anyway. So all the TV stations from all over the world are here. TF1. Yeah, I always buy off of those. The cops aren't protest. The cops can't arrest the protesters because no one's filed a complaint against them. No, there's no hot dogs. There's a sushi place here now. Actually, now I mentioned there's a food trucks. These are not Maduro supporters. The people in the embassy are the Maduro supporters. The people in the streets support the opposition. The people in the streets are Venezuelan. The people in the embassy, the Maduro supporters, are not Venezuelan. They're American political allies. Hey, Rita. They're pleading with these left-wingers to leave. I would like a bar. In the middle are the U.S. Secret Service Uniform Division. U.S. Secret Service has jurisdiction over embassy security, so that's the Secret Service guys. But in the street here are D.C. Metro cops who have jurisdiction over the street. So we've got kind of a little of both. But the main guys who are right in the middle are U.S. Secret Service. U.S. Secret Service Uniform Division, Embassy Security Division. Yeah, I was out having lunch, and I can't get across this while going to lunch. Well, someone has to file a police complaint that their embassy is being, that their building is being seized. Now, the people that technically own the embassy right now are the Maduro government, and they're not going to file a complaint. They like it. The opposition, which the United States government recognizes, well, they can't file a complaint. They don't have any standing right now to say that this is their building. So no one can file a complaint legally, so the police are kind of hamstrung. Now, there's also the political issue, as I explained. The U.S. still has diplomatic people in Venezuela, and if we were to go in and hand over the embassy to the opposition, they could just seize our embassy and hand it over to, I don't know, Communist Party USA or something like that. Say, oh, well, we recognize this as the U.S. government and give it to them. So there's some safety and security issues that have to be sorted before the police go in and crack skulls. It's complicated, yeah? Everything in life, it's complicated. Exactly. The embassy people aren't going to complain because these people are supporting them. But if the United States was to suddenly recognize, they're giving them a bird. If the U.S. was to recognize the other government, like totally, not just in the press statements, but like legally file the proper diplomatic channels that the embassy is now belongs to the opposition, then the opposition could file a trespassing complaint. The police could go in and arrest everyone. It's one of those fun little law school hypotheticals that actually is playing out in real life. Exactly, you would endanger the lives of American personnel in Venezuela. So, for what? You know, an empty building in Georgetown? Yeah, there's a bunch of people in the window up there. Yeah, I saw that video. I tweeted that video of the truck driving over the protesters. That was pretty ugly. Not my country. I don't really care what goes on over there. The people inside are the Maduro supporters. The people outside are the how do you pronounce it? Gallardo supporters. Yeah, look at this. There's a big protest for Lululemon. I do see a scooter nearby. I might go get a scooter. What time is it? 1:20. All right, guys. So, it doesn't look like there's going to be any blood or tear gas. Just a bunch of people. Look, everybody doing selfies. This is in the United States, yes. This is in Georgetown. We're about a mile from the White House. I already had lunch. I had a Korean rice bowl. It was really healthy, which is why I want to go get a second lunch, because I'm still hungry. Whenever I eat healthy, I'm still hungry. Anyway. And the bot's coming. Well, I don't think it's gonna be sound now. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. We're gonna go home now, and I will talk to you all later. Bye bye.